Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm just going to do a little bit of a chat and a sort. Now I've got this box of I really don't know what, but it's time that I started sorting out my craft room, and I'm going to have a bucket or this little cane basket. I'm going to fill up with things that I'm going to donate and move along. So let's get started. Now this, there's a piece of silk there. This is a shirt or a dress which I purchased obviously secondhand because I wanted all of the lace from this, and this was really inexpensive. I think it was about $1 on the throwout rack basically, and I've over time cut this up and I've used it, so I'm going to keep that, of course. So I'll put that in my to keep pile. I have a bit of a mess going on here at the moment. I hope everyone's having a good day. Thank you to all my new subscribers and to everyone for being here. I really appreciate it. Now I've got other things here. This is a piece of silk that I actually used in a junk journal cover that I did recently, and I didn't think I had any left. So that's a really nice find. And this is a piece of made fabric. You can see all the stitching there, and just another piece of nice fabric. So I just might make a pile of fabrics. I hope I get something in this basket, and I'll just go through and clean it out. Now this is a lovely piece of lace. That is absolutely beautiful. Soft pink. I don't know if you can see that. That's definitely a keeper, so I'll put it over here in the cotton lace. I think I'll be keeping the cotton laces, and everything else might have to go. This is a piece of oh, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm sure everybody knows what that is. This is a sleeve of that original first dress, so I've got heaps of that. That's not actually cotton, that's something else. So now this is a piece of polyester ribbon, and I'm not keeping polyester ribbon. This is a doily that I seem to have cut the best parts out of. There is a big butterfly still there, so I may keep that and see if I can use that in something. This is a piece of nylon polyester roses. I don't know about that. It doesn't look like something I would use. I'm not sure. I might just put that on the let's think about that for a moment. Now, what have we got here? We've got another piece of fabric. This is not actually stretchy. No. I don't think I'll use that for anything, so I might just donate that. Now, this is a nice piece of cotton lace. Just show you the pattern there. I've got quite a bit of this by the look of it. So that's quite a nice piece of lace. I think I'll definitely keep that. And I've got quite a bit, you can see. That's really nice. This one I'm not even going to think about. I really don't like that, so that's going to go into the pile for the op shop. Now a lot of these came from the op shop, and you have to buy them in bundles, so you don't always get to see what they look like because they're in these bags, and the bags are all, of course, sealed. So I don't know about this one. I'm not really that fond of it. I might just put that in the op shop. This is nice little triangles. Actually, I might keep some of that for the cover that I'm doing at the moment. So one of the reasons for going through all of these little pieces of, or this box today in particular, is because I'm trying to find things to use for the current project, which is a slow stitch project. This is cotton. That's very pretty. I'll keep that. That's very usable. I've got some of this lovely little cotton. I'll keep that as well. That's really nice. You have a look at the pattern there. That's pretty. Okay. Now, as you can see, I've got lots of little pieces. That's another nice little piece. I have to work out a project where I just use all of these up. I do junk journals occasionally, but I haven't done... I did one recently, but I haven't been doing any more of those at the moment. I kind of like this, but I kind of don't like the polyester kind of look of that. I might donate that one. Now, here's another piece of the bigger lace that I just cut from the dress. There's a lot of that. Might take some of that and share it at my craft group. This is a very big piece of cotton. This is all cotton. It's very pretty. I'll definitely be keeping that one. And there's quite a bit of that one, so that's great. Another one of these. That's a really pretty pattern, actually. Now, what else have we got in here? We've got a bit of a jumbled mess here. Now, this is a bunch, of some reason, all these silk ribbons. Oh, excuse me, I was about to sneeze. There's blues. Wow, there's a whole bunch of these. They must have come from an op shop because they're all sort of held together there. I'm definitely going to keep those. So I'll just put them over there. One of the millions of doilies that I have. But I think this is called the pineapple pattern. I need to start using those. I'll put those over with the lace. Now, I've got these ribbons. And I don't actually know what kind of ribbon this is. Made in Taiwan. Ribbon Deluxe Organza Cut Edge. Oh, it's organza. It's not a colour I'd really use, but we'll just stack that there for the moment. Here's another one. I don't know. This one could be used for Christmas decorations, so I might think about donating some of those. Here's a little piece of ribbon with a... I need to get the plastic off this because it actually marks the ribbon, and then you have to end up cutting a piece off. And I just want to show you, it's already got its little, been threaded with some lace. That's cotton, very pretty. That's a nice find. What have we got here? These have all got tags on them, so they've all come from op shops. And I probably, I wanted obviously I wanted this section. So that can go into another slow stitch project bundle. I'll put that out of camera. Here's another, that's a little piece of fabric that's not very exciting. So here's another piece that I've obviously been cutting up. It still has its original tag on it by Real Handmade Lace, it says on that little gold tag. So there might be sections in here that I could use. I could use these sections. They have possibilities. That's an interesting find. What else have we got here? Another little piece of crochet style cotton lace. That's very nice. I think I could use that in the current slow stitch project that I'm using. So go over and have a look at that. I'm actually doing a journal cover at the moment. This is a polyester lace. It's a little bit different to the normal, so I might keep that only because it's a little bit different. A lot of those polyester laces tend to be very much the same. Okay, what's in this little mystery bundle? We've got a little bit of cut up linen. Oh, it looks like I had packed this up to do a slow stitch project because it's got ribbon, lace. Oh, that's a nice piece of lace. Look at that piece of lace. That's a great piece of lace. I'm going to put that aside for my slow stitch project that I'm currently doing. Yes, this was a little pack that I've obviously put together to give to someone to do a slow stitch project. And I've included all these little bits. So I might keep that out and see if I can actually make something out of that. So that was obviously a little gift pack I'd made to give to someone. So let's not throw that out. Keep that. Now I've got another premium ribbon. I don't know what this ribbon's like because it's not actually open, so I'm just going to put that there for the moment. Here's another one. I have all this ribbon. What do I do with it? This one looks like it's a bit of an organza. Let me have a look without having too much shine for you. Organza ribbon, but it's white. It might have to go back to the op shop. Grandma's quilt, have love in every stitch. A tag. I don't want that tag. Now that's a funky piece of red fabric. I do like that. So let's keep that piece of fabric. Now here's some more of this organza ribbon. And this is good because I can actually see what it looks like. Will I actually use that? Probably not in anything. But perhaps I could just do something and see if I can actually use this up, because it's a very cheap, only costs $1, and I could just do an experimental piece with it. It might be okay to do some kind of flowers or something, I'm not sure, but I've got it and I don't want to go out and have to buy it again to try something out, so let's just keep that. I'll put that over here somewhere out of the way. And yet another one. That's a gold one. I don't think I'll use gold. Alright, what else have we got in this box? Now here is some little sparkly 3-meter bag of sequins. Don't know if I'll ever use those. Probably not, because they're still in here. Here's another doily, which I was probably going to cut out these flowers and these ones, so I'll just keep that. That's worth keeping. Here's another piece of very stained cotton crochet. I think that needs to be tea dyed. Just save that. A little piece, a little scrap of actual calico. This is quite nice. This is actually polyester, but it's got a really nice geometric shape to it. I really like that. I'm actually going to keep that one. And this looks like, oh, there's another piece of that square one. I'm going to put these little pieces in the little bag that I had, where I'm going to try and do a slow stitch project. So let's just fill that bag up with a few things. Now, what else have I got in this box? Okay, I'm getting into some interesting things. Oh, here's a hand-covered button that I've actually sewn on. That's interesting. Some tiny little scraps of fabric which can go with the fabric. That's a tag. Some more of that. I'm going to put that in the slow stitch. That's a really nice flower. I'm going to put that in that slow stitch bag as well. Put that lace in the slow stitch bag as well. A tassel. Don't know what I'm going to do with the tassel. Let's put it over there with the other things. Another tiny little piece. I'm going to put it in the slow stitch bag. So this is going to become a little project that I just do from this clean out. Now I've got some fabrics here. Very unexciting grey, blue felt, and a snippet of something that may just go to the bin. And I obviously kept that because I really liked the colour of that. Some grey, dove grey ribbon. That's interesting. I'll put that with the ribbons. An empty plastic bag, which I can always recycle. Now this is interesting. This must have obviously come in a scrap bag. This is just a little square of cotton, which, let's put it in this little let's make something bag. And I think in that bag I might also put the little bit of calico. And maybe this dove and the blue silk. Yes, let's put all of those. I think some of those other ones can just go in the bin. Now this is very stiff, you can see. Maybe Malaysian fabric. Sorry, it's probably glary and glittery. I'll get it out of the light. Okay, what else have we got in this we've got some very thin ribbon, yet another ribbon. Scrapbooking ribbon. Black. Not a colour I use a lot. A little scrap, except for my quilts where I do the middle section black. Now these were some templates that I've obviously made for something, but I have so many templates they can go in the bin. Now that's a nice piece of fabric. There's quite a lot of that. So let's pile all these guys together and they can go in the slow stitch basket. That can get donated. We're getting to the bottom. Now this is some apricot ribbon that I really just don't like, so that's going to go in into the op shop bin. Now we're getting to the bottom here, and what have I got? I've got some floss, which are going to the slow stitch bag. A very strange looking little flower that I don't really like, which is going to go in the bin. Some rickrack, a piece of paper, a cut up doily, bit of blue denim. Oh, look at that. Now that's cute. There's two little pieces of lace. This lace is absolutely beautiful, and that's just a cut up. So this is really old lace. I don't know if you can see that. It's really, really nice. That's going to go into my little bag of Let's Make Something Slow Stitch. Here's a bit of blue silk ribbon and a bit of green batik. All right, let's just put that in there. A piece of paper, some coats, sheen, super sheen. Interesting. Let's put that in the little bag where, oh, that's a little bit of dark blue ribbon. Now this little piece of dark blue ribbon, this is how much I collect things. You know when you buy a shirt and it has the hangers inside, which is a piece of ribbon to keep it on the coat hanger? That's what that is. Okay, let's clean up a little bit here. What have we got going on? That's just a little piece of fabric that's of no real consequence. So let's just get that out of the way. All right, we're nearly there. Oops, sorry. Okay, we're getting to the bottom of the barrel. This is some bag strap, which I've obviously purchased in Japan. Some more silk ribbon, a package, a bit of very polyester fabric. Okay, that can all go. Now we seem to have one little bag left here, a little bit here. Really got to the bottom of that crate, which is great. All right, what have we got going? One plastic bag. Let's just do this little pile of mess here first. So this is beading thread. That could be useful for something. That's a piece of dyed silk, purple, bit of lace. Oh, and now that's another piece of silk, some lace and a scrap of fabric. And here we have some more silk threads. Oh, a lot of those silk threads. I was looking for them the other day. I don't know if you've been watching any of my videos. I was looking for silk thread the other day and I couldn't find it. So that's where all my silk thread was hiding. So I'm going to put all of those into Let's Make a Slow Stitch project bag. This can go over in the scrap fabrics. Now I haven't managed to donate too much from this box, but it's better. What have I got at the bottom here? A bit of blue, a bit of purple fabric, teeny weeny bit of lace, cut up doily. Now that's a piece of red leather. I will have to show you what I used that red leather in. I used it in a picture I made, so I'll have to show you that. More silk. And what is this? Rolled Indian tape. That must be really old. That might be alright in my little slow stitch. Now, the last little bag of things. The last little bag of treasures. Okay, some seriously funky beads. Let's have a look at these. Sorry for the twinkling. Now, they're really nice. I could use those on a junk journal. They're really, really nice. I like those. I don't know what this strange little object is. It's a weird little dangle. Leather dangle. I think that might go to the op shop. Here's some green. Let's have a look what the pattern is. Some very strange green. Mint. I don't like that. Mint green. I don't like that. Okay. This is very nice. Cotton. 100% cotton. I'll definitely be keeping that. And this one's really nice. Sorry, it's everywhere. That is really, really nice. I really like that one. It's very unique. Yellow polyester. I'm never going to use yellow polyester. I don't even think I'll use this doily. It's not that fantastic, and I think it can just go back to the op shop for someone else to love. I was probably just choosing it to cut it up or try something out. This one's a little bit better. It's not that exciting either. I think that one might go as well. Okay, what have we got left? Two things. This is a bit of raffia style lace. It says here good for arts, crafts, scrapbooking, etc. Now, I haven't used it so far. Will I use it? Thinking if I could put it on. It's not really very Japanesey. Might just have, that one might be just a little bit of a think. Now, this is a little card of, this is polyester. Just trying to get a bit off so you can see the actual pattern. It's a very cute pattern, but it is polyester, and I'm not really that fond of it. So, out of all that, I've actually got this much to donate, which is not too bad. That'll make a nice little bag of lace for someone to purchase. And they sell them really cheaply, so that'll be good. That's one little bag gone. And I can get rid of that. These ribbons, I will think about the ribbons. I don't know. I probably will never ever use these. I'm not really sure I want to keep them. Now, the things that were good in this that I did find was all these silk ribbons. They're a real bonus find. I don't know about the sparkly stuff. I don't really use that, but I just wanted to, as I said, look for things that I can use at the moment. And this pile is very, very fun. Beautiful lace. There's some really nice pieces in here that I can use. This one in particular is just gorgeous. So that was just the video for today, just having a look at some of my supplies. Now, most of these things, as you can see, I've collected them over a great deal of time from little op shop finds where things may have been, you know, like 50 cents or not very expensive. Our op shop tends to sell little things that they never used to be quite that expensive. They're getting a little dearer now, but you know, that's just how the thing is. This is kind of a really nice bundle of laces, silks I should say, silk ribbons. They're really nice. That little tassel, I'll find something to do with that. I do like this little piece of red. That's really nice. So from that little adventure, everything's looking a lot neater in this little tub now. A bit more organised. I'll think about the ribbons, what I'm going to do with those. I might actually donate some of those. The other thing that's great is I've got this little bundle now that I can use for slow stitch. So this is a slow stitch bundle pack. And I think that's going to be really good. I'm just going to use that up and show you what I make with that. So that'll just be a fun project. So that's the video for today, folks. I am actually doing a slow stitch project at the moment, which I will show you. And one of the reasons for going through that box was to actually see if I can find any more laces to add to this piece. And I'm really happy with what I've actually found. Oh, I just dropped them all. So I'll be adding some of these to this. This one's really pretty. So that was the main purpose for doing that, just to have a bit of a chat and a clear out. And I'm going to continue working on this, adding lots more laces and laces from my box. So thank you for being here today, everyone. This is a bit of just a gentle kind of laid back video. This is a project I'm currently working on. This one, you'll find part 1 in the playlist area and in my video area. And I'm also currently working on a Japanese inspired sewn handbook, which is also in that play area. So if you're interested in any of those, please go and have a look. Check them out. Thank you for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed just looking at a bit of a de-stash, tidy up, find what I've got in my stash video, then I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now, everyone.